Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Sound Achievers. The following episode is going to be divided in two very important parts. In the first part, I will be talking to the family of someone who may be struggling with depression or any kind of mental illness. And in the second part, I will be talking to my friend who may be struggling with depression or any other kind of mental illnesses. So, let's begin. Now I'm going to talk to my friends who are struggling with any kind of mental illness. Depression, self-harm, suicide ideation, contemplating, attempted even. Well, I would like to talk to you while you're still here with us. Let's go over the expectations of this action and what we are trying to achieve when someone is thinking about such act. The first thing that I understand is you want relief from the pain. Now, I know that you don't want to die. It's the pain in your heart that you want to get rid of. And why do you think people harm themselves? Because when we harm our bodies, our mind is diverted and it's distracted from the pain that's going on inside of us, which we are unable to do anything about. So we harm ourselves, so the pain of the physical pain takes over our mind and we don't feel the internal pain. SubhanAllah. So it's very similar to addiction. That's why when someone starts on this path, it's difficult for them to stop. So the pain is something that you want to get rid of. Now, let's think about it. Do you think that the process of death is painless? Do you think that going to hellfire is going to be painless? Do you think that dying the same painful death over and over and over again until the day of judgment and then ending up in the hellfire is going to be painless? If you really, truly think about it, you will come to the conclusion that whatever in this world you are going through is way less painful than what might come ahead in the next life if you leave this world this way. So think again. The second thing we usually want is to gain the sympathy from the people around us. Now, well, if you're not even going to be here, how are you going to enjoy that sympathy? And let me tell you this. The only people who are going to be sad and maybe heartbroken for the rest of their lives are going to be your family members, the close family members who loved you. Everyone else is literally going to forget you after maybe a week or so. They may feel sorry for you and your family for some time, but then everybody has to go back to their lives. They don't have time. So the only people you are leaving behind to be sad and heartbroken is your own family. And let me tell you, it's going to be painful for them for the rest of their lives. And it's not a good gift you're giving them. On the day of judgment, when they're going to meet you, they might have a lot against you. A lot of pain. SubhanAllah. And if by chance you didn't succeed, then how do you think the people are going to treat you? They are not going to feel safe around you. They are going to leave you. They're going to stay away from you, and you will become a liability for them. So they would probably not want to do anything with you. Again, think about it. Third thing that could happen is encouraging others to follow. When we do something huge like this while we're going through a struggle, a pain, a test, or a trial, we end up encouraging others to follow the path. Why? Because in appearance, it looks like you're free, because we really cannot see what you're going through after you have done this. So there's no way, except that if people believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way we're supposed to. Other than that, we don't have access to the afterlife until we get to our afterlife. So you may end up encouraging others to do the same act, giving an impression that this is the way to freedom, this is the way to relieve their pain or get rid of their difficulties, or sometimes teach a lesson to the people around you. It's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. Plus, everyone who will follow you, you will get the sin of that act. And you don't want that added to your misery. Trust me. Lastly, you need to ask yourself if it is even worth it. Life is going to end anyways, and I doubt that any one of us is going to reach 70 or 80 max. Okay, let's stretch it, 100, if you're lucky or not. After that, it's gonna end, and it is nothing compared to Akhirah. It's just a drop. On the Day of Judgment, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna think that we lived in this world for half a day. That's nothing compared to a life that's going to be forever, not ending. SubhanAllah. And think about it. You want to wake up on the Day of Judgment with a load of reward for your patience and perseverance and faith and tawakkul upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and be entered in His Jannah and enjoy the pleasures of Jannah and receive the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the other way around. So maybe rethink all of that and ask yourself all these 4 questions before you decide anything, because it's your life. And even though your life is attached to others around you, the consequences of your actions are going to be faced by you only, or the big huge load of that consequences. You will be the one who is going to enjoy, or it's your choice. So think over. As long as you're alive in this world, there is a purpose, there is a reason. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you another chance to find and fulfill that purpose. You are worth it. And that's why you're here. You only get to live once, and try to use that one life to earn Jannah, not hellfire. Remember, being healthy is a choice you have the power to make. Take care of yourselves. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like it, share it with others, leave a comment, and show me your support.